All right, it's time to get started. Here we go. And away we go. Okay, as you can tell, it's a pretty good walk down to the bottom. We got a good little path. Could only moved about 4 trees, so that's not too bad. Pretty small ones. Several of them are dead, so that's not too bad. We're not getting rid of a lot of trees here. We don't want to, so here we go on the tractor. Keep it rocking. Okay, as you can see, it's getting kind of dark. We're going to call it a night here, so I don't even know if you can see me very well or not, but probably saw us rework that road in. You can tell how steep it is and how far up the hill it's going to go. So our goal here is to have a small fire pit. We're going to level this out with a tractor. I'm going to come in with a chainsaw, cut all this up. This is going to be some of our firewood as we go ahead. We're going to build a small deck, have a yurt there, and have just a little destination where we can hang out. We got a hammock going in. Have a little trail building, a little rope bridge. We got some fun stuff we're gonna be trying to do here. So step one is getting the access road built in, and we've gotten that done this evening and ready for the next project. So. See, things have changed quite a bit. We've got the fire pit in place, built a little extra rock area so extra people can sit, and hopefully tonight we get to have a little fire and enjoy some good friends. So built a small path. Going to put the hammock up here in a little bit, but we got a good spot to have a fire and enjoy the woods a little bit. So fun project, took about 6 hours, something like that, maybe 5, and we got her done. today we've done several projects. We finished our little road going down to the primitive campsite. We put some mulch down the road. We'll show you that here in a little bit. Then as I was going back and forth, I noticed that there's a whole lot of water mounting up on our road here. So there's a spring in the ground not too far from where we're showing this pipe. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this corrugated pipe in the ground just to help keep that water moving and keep it off of our road. It's really going to be almost like a drain going alongside the road. So I've dug a little ditch along the side, and then it actually goes into a natural ravine down here behind me. So what we're going to do is get this pipe in here, get it covered up so it doesn't fill up, and then I'm going to backfill it on top with rocks and things like that, just so that the water can continually drain. It always has water year round, and we got to just make sure it stays out of our road, simply for keeping vehicles clean and making sure that we don't have a washout or some problem like that. So here we go. We'll try this and make this work. So today we're going to plant some raspberries, some blueberries, and some different fruits and little shrubs and things, and want them to be as natural as possible. We're going to have a garden later, but right now we want this to be as natural as possible. So leading down to our primitive campsite, we thought we'd put some fruit trees and some fruit shrubs, things like that, where we can have these all year long and can them, things like that. So our house will be not too far from here. Can literally walk down to this little island space and be able to get to our fruits. So what you're gonna see us do, we cleaned this out real good. We're gonna try to leave everything. We're gonna get, Grant's getting the grapple on the tractor. We're gonna clear all this out, and we're gonna take those big pieces of wood and we're gonna take them down, actually use them as a lounge chair down at the primitive campsite. Should be a pretty neat little spot to sit whenever we get done. So try to leave this as natural as possible. And it's, like I said, it's just a little island before you go down into the primitive campsite. We've got some fruit trees, apple trees that we're going to plant along the way as well, and let those start growing here this spring. So another project, here we go. Okay, we got our blackberries, blueberries, 2 forms of raspberries, and grapes planted in our small little island as we go down to our primitive campsite. Thanks, Grant, again for the help today. I appreciate that, running the tractor and getting everything done. We're going to pick out another project and get something else done. So it takes 30, 45 minutes to do small projects. The tractor makes it a heck of a lot easier. So here we go, off to another one. Okay, Okay, we're on day 3 here of our little campsite project. We've already enjoyed it one night. Worked on a little bit more yesterday, getting a few more things, getting a spot over here. We're gonna try to bury the trampoline and do some other fun stuff here. So this morning, it's a cool Sunday morning. We're gonna start up a fire, get our work site sort of organized here, and get ourselves started building a bench around the back side of this so we don't have to always bring chairs down, and just have a nice place to enjoy. We're going to try to incorporate some of these old pieces of wood. This property was logged about 20 years ago, so there's some pieces of tree and pine and things like that we're going to use as accents on our bench. And so we're going to get our campsite set up here, get a fire going, and we'll make this thing happen here pretty quick and get a little project done here in a few minutes. Here we go. So here we go. We're heading back to the top of the hill to cut a few pieces of wood to get ready for the bench. Might be a little bit loud, but the UTV going up the hill here, it's a little bit of a steep climb, so I am not going back and forth that many times. These old legs don't do that. So what we're going to do is back up here, get ourselves close to the tractor. The grapple's got all of our lumber on it, and we'll get some more boards cut that we need. So here we go again. Looks like we got this project finished up and got the benches built. I'm sure there'll be some little touch-ups here and there as we go forward, but we got a good place to start. So excited to get this one done and on to the next one. Well, I'm winding down for the day. About had all I can stand. I've put in 3 good days building a fire pit and a primitive campsite location. We built a small little access space. I think we're going to bury a trampoline in the ground. So we got that built. It's getting a little late in the day, probably 2:30, 3 o'clock on a Sunday, and it's kind of time to chill out and enjoy some of the fruits of our labor here. So I think I'm gonna shut the tractor down, get this thing parked, put all my tools away, and then I'm gonna sit in this new hammock we put in and get me a nap. I haven't done that in a minute, so looking forward to that. Hope you guys enjoyed this longer video here. We're doing quite a bit here in a couple of days. We didn't work all night. We literally probably have, I don't know, 20 hours in this project on this one ridge we have here at the homestead. So looking forward to what's next. So new week ahead. The weather's getting better. We're going to see some leaves on the trees soon. So I'm excited to see what's next.